God, Thursday night football so boring and pointless. Actually, it looks like Cam Newton might be hurt or something. But I want to talk about boxing. Something might be even more pointless and boring to talk about than Thursday night football, actually. But I want to talk about boxing and some of its fans, and maybe the current landscape of boxing. And maybe, as I always throw in wrestling in it, and maybe some UFC. I want to talk about superstars. Stars of today, which are Canelo right now, Pacquiao, Mayweather's retired, Triple G's on the come up. Looks like Kovalev might do something. They're trying to paint Chocolatito if you wanna put him in the mix. But there's really only a few options right now, which is Canelo and Pacquiao, and he's on the way out. But it looks like Triple G might do something, and I hope he does. He is my current favorite fighter, and boxing needs a superstar. Mayweather left. Like I said, Pacquiao's practically retired, whether you want to admit it or not. No matter how good he looked against against Bradley, he looks burnt out. You just hear him talk or train. Yeah, he trains hard, but he hasn't loved the sport in a long time, which proves just how great he is. That he could still whoop such a good fighter in Bradley when his mind isn't really in the sport anymore. But boxing fans seem to not want a superstar. They seem to not want a fighter to become popular. It was the same with UFC, with Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey. People resented them and resented the reason that they got popular. They were the case of the heels. The heels in wrestling, any wrestling fan know what I'm talking about. Well, the heels are the bad guy. They're what Mayweather was. Still is. But the thing with the heels... Sorry, I'm in the hall now. The thing with the heels is that the heels are good. The heels win no matter what. And the heels know that they're good. And the heels talk trash. And the heels are cocky. And the heels aren't shy about telling the world how great they are. And that's what Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey was. But the point of the heel is to give the babyface, the good guy, a rival. So when Hulk Hogan was at his peak, you had Roddy Piper. You had Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. You had Bob Orton. You had the Iron Sheik, which were amazing heels. And they were good. And people believed that could beat Hulk Hogan. But they didn't just put Hogan against these bad guys right away. They waited and waited until people hated these guys so much that they wanted to see them get their ass kicked. And of course, people want to see them get their ass kicked probably since the day they debuted, but they wouldn't pay for that per se in the beginning. And it's not until they become stars that they put them against a Hulk Hogan. That way people pay to see that match. People pay for Hulk Hogan to whoop the Iron Sheik, to whoop Andre the Giant, the greatest wrestling match of all time. Yes, I said it changed the landscape of wrestling forever. And the thing with Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey is that you never got that moment. Oh, I just stubbed my toe on something. Okay, that's what I get for walking in the dark. They never got that huge pay-per-view they could have remained undefeated for they were Ronda Rousey was undefeated, but Conor wasn't. I love Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey, by the way, for that very reason. I see them as heels, but they got their comeuppance way too soon, before it could have been built as a fight of the century. See, Pacquiao versus Mayweather was that WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant was that moment. It was that moment for Pacquiao, the ultimate babyface, the ultimate good guy. I'm the congressman from the Philippines, to get his comeuppance. But as we know, Mayweather doesn't play the scripts. He doesn't do the job or lose to the babyface. He doesn't do the job and lose to a younger talent. He didn't even fight a younger talent in his last fight. But that's the script. These guys go their whole career becoming superstars, building popularity or building hate, either way, for their whole careers until they could make the maximum amount of money and then pass their stardom to someone else. Someone did that to Mayweather. Someone did that to Pacquiao. And Mayweather didn't do that to anyone. Didn't do the job. And Pacquiao hasn't done the job yet. We expect him to do the job to Crawford. But we'll see if they even fight. And I still think Pacquiao could beat Crawford because Pacquiao is that damn good, guys. Pacquiao is a great fighter. One of the greatest fighters in our lifetimes. We'll never see another fighter like him. Now going on to Triple G and maybe Kovalev, Chocolatito. We need these guys to keep winning, to become superstars, to build our sport. So people, not just the casual fans that watch, the hardcores that watch every single PBC fight, which I think is very few of you. I tried to watch all of PBC fights. I couldn't. So, however we define hardcore fans, boxing is not dependent on us. The future of the sport is not dependent on us. The reason UFC has grown so much is because of their appeal to the casual fans. Think about the biggest fights in history. They are the fights that appeal more to the casual fans. And the reason for that is because they attract the reason they attract the biggest audience is because the biggest stars are involved. The Mayweather, Pacquiao, Ali Frazier, Leonard Duran, and because you have larger than life superstars in that ring. At the end of the day, this is the entertainment industry. Just like professional wrestling. It's not about the kicks and flips these guys do inside of the ring. It's about how much money these guys generate. Mayweather, an extreme talent. De La Hoya, extreme talent. Mike Tyson, extreme talent. But it's arguable that these guys are not the most talented of all time. Perhaps there's been fighters more talented than them, but they weren't probably as marketable, or they just didn't reach as big of an audience as Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, that pretty boy, right? Boxing needs casual fans, and boxing needs superstars. So I know we love to see the downfall, and we just, boxing fans are so cynical, boxing wrestling fans are so cynical, MMA fans, and everybody loved the demise of Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor. I'm all for a heel getting beat up. I'm all for a heel getting kicked in the face and getting knocked out like hey, she's even Rowdy Ronda Rousey, right? Got her name from the Ultimate heel, Roddy Piper. So she know how to be a heel. I didn't think it was very sportsmanlike, but who am I to argue with her bankroll, right? As a woman, man, making all that money, imagine? As a woman, UFC fighter, making millions of dollars. That's incredible. But it wasn't their time. But for those rooting for Triple G to lose to Brooke, you could root for him to lose. But it isn't his time. Mike Tyson's time wasn't against Buster Douglas. And of course, it's not scripted entertainment. It's as real as we could imagine it to be, right? As real as we believe it to be. Some people think it's realer than others. I'm less cynical. I don't think everybody is juicing, just the ones that get caught. I don't think fights are fixed. Call me naive or whatever you want to call me, but that's what I believe. I believe in the trope of innocent until proven guilty. But we need superstars. And Triple G shouldn't lose just yet. And Triple G is a good guy. Canelo's been painting himself as a bad guy. So I think even in his fight against Canelo, which they eventually got to fight. They eventually got to fight. Canelo will become the bad guy. Who knew this pretty boy redhead against this communist Soviet Kazakh, right? But hey, if that's how it's gotta be, then that's how it's gotta be. But just be careful when rooting for the demise of these fighters who have a big fan base. Yes, their fan base could get annoying, but if their fan base is growing, it's good for the sport. And even Andre Ward, as annoying as I think he is, and annoying as I think his fan base is, if I'm not rooting for the guy, yeah, I'm rooting for him against Kovalev because he's American, right? And he's from California. But I don't necessarily think that him winning is good for boxing. That reason being is because he's so inactive, he's fragile. I was actually going to make a 10 reasons why Andre Ward sucks video. That should have pissed some people off. And I still might. If, I would do that on my computer. I'd do editing. My computer is freaking busted right now. I'm making this video on my phone. But, yeah, that's just a few thoughts that I want to talk about. We're talking about a wide variety of sports, professional wrestling, UFC, boxing. But they all have the same driving force, right? Superstars, ticket sales, casual fans. The casual fans are the most important at the end of the day. And I think we have to realize that. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me know what you think. I'm sorry this video is so long. I haven't made a video in a while. Not a video ranting or even predicting a fight, Yeah, you guys have a great day. I gotta end this already. Peace.